following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, this is Al Baldessaro, and here we are once again with The Art of Politics, the only show in the state, probably in the country, that has a Democrat who is a friend and a Republican going nose to nose on the issues. And my good friend, co-host, Ken Gidge.
Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, last week was so bad that I said, Al, you do it. Because we got so, and I'll tell you what, I don't think anybody who turned that show on turned it off.
I don't think so. I think we went at it pretty good there. And, you know, with me, and like I said on the last show there about integrity, and I had to prove to you where I was right after the show. And I showed you the video.
No, hold on a second.
You disagree, sir?
No. Richard, I don't think we set that up.
No, I don't think we put it on.
Okay,
but you can tell the people you did see the video.
Well, okay. What happened is that you told me a veteran was invited to a veteran's
retirement ceremony.
And he started talking about God or Jesus.
They were doing a ceremony with their flag on a casket for the veterans that couldn't be there.
Yes.
And in the speech that we give to the people when we present the flag, because I presented many flags at funerals when I was first sergeant at the Reserve Center in Delaware. And in the speech, you talk about God on behalf of, a great nation and God bless and other stuff. They took out that part. They didn't want him to say God in his speech, because under Obama, there was direction for the people that are doing the funerals that do not say God. You might be hurting their feelings. So don't say it in the speech, but that's been part of the speech for years.
But, you say making a statement like that with all the fake news.
But no, please.
But let me just say that at the end of the show, you showed me.
Oh, they dragged him off the stage.
Well, it was as if, I'm not kidding you, it's as if I missed something. And I think I looked at it once and then we went back and I saw the beginning. It's true. So I must apologize to you. Okay, and I'm really sorry.
I apologize because I got aggravated.
But I couldn't. What in the world were people thinking?
I can tell you right now.
Don't say Obama didn't say that.
In other countries where we have our veterans, they have to hide their Bibles. I understand they have restrictions. They're Muslim countries, but we're Americans in those countries dying for freedom for those people. When you restrict us of our culture, of our values, because we're there fighting for freedom, something's wrong. And I went through this myself in Saudi Arabia with a Christmas tree.
Well, Al, there was a time in Christianity where we Christians were nuts. Inquisition, killing people. Okay.
Yeah,
so you couldn't say that you were of another religion, etc.
We're going back to 1500s, way before our time.
Okay, hold on a second. You're going to countries where there is so little, okay, and even in information, that the only thing they really have is their religion.
Well, if we're there dying on their soil, Americans, it'd be a cold day in hell that I would give up one of my cultural, one of my values, okay, because I'm there. And I've been there. And I can tell you that what happened to me one day, my wife sent me a Christmas tree, a small Christmas tree for my troops, okay, and I ran a combat operations center. I ran the airfield for helicopters and refueling aircraft that would fly in, reload bombs, and then head back to Kuwait. But anyways, the base commander, Saudi, came around our counter where he should never been because of classified material we had. I stopped him. I said, you can't be by. Well, this is my base. I said, no, we have material here you're not cleared for. And, we got a thing between me and him. The CO wanted me to apologize. I said, no, send me back to the United States. I said, I'm not apologizing. He had no with classified material. But anyways, there was a Christmas tree there also. He got mad over the Christmas tree. So the CEO says, well, we got to move that. I said, he's Colonel, he had no business being where classified material is in the Combat Operations Center. I don't care if he's the base commander. He's not cleared. And he agreed with me. He said, and he actually apologized to me, the CEO. He said, Gunny, you were right. But he was pissed off because we had a Christmas tree. Now, our CEO let them Louisiana guys during the Mardi Gras time on the airfield do the Mardi Gras. And you had women with, with stomach showing. Oh, they were pissed. They had apologized to the thing, but the CEO said, I'll handle it. You know what I mean? So he learned after the Christmas tree thing that he wasn't giving up our rights.
It's interesting that you would say that, but I know Muslims who Abdi was the Muslim that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know he was Muslim, okay? But I heard that he had become an American citizen, and I had done business with the guy. I just, he was of another nationality. I had no idea. He was an Iranian.
Mm-hmm.
And he became an American citizen, so I went over and I said, I heard you became an American citizen. Well, he thought I was going to give him hell.
Mm-hmm.
I says, no. So I says, well, why did you leave Iran? He says, we couldn't practice our religion.
Mm-hmm.
I says, well, how about in this country? He says, oh, it's amazing. He says, in fact, where they have their mosque, they share it with the other part of their religion. In other countries, they fight each other, kill each other.
With the political part of it.
They come here and they realize you have a particular freedom. So Abdi said, well, I never showed a Quran. I never put it there. I never made mention of my holidays. And I didn't know why he said that. I just couldn't. Then I realized that he did it out of respect for us. Okay, right. I'm a Christian. I have Christmas, etc.
Well, when they become a citizen, they put their hand on on the Bible or the Constitution.
Yeah.
They swear to uphold the Constitution.
Yeah.
Now, what I learned, as a Marine, we're required to do a lot of reading. Okay, we're required to understand.
Who read to you?
Huh?
Who read to you?
Nobody read to me.
Well,
I read a lot of books. and what I found out in my readings that the Iraqis were trained by the Russians, and they used Russian tactics, frontal approach. Okay, no envelope or any other different types of strategies were being used by the Russians. So and then we identified their equipment. This is how we knew what was flying over, if anything got out of Iraq, so we can identify what tanks. So the reading that we were required to do, and we had an understanding what we were up against. But what I'm saying is, nobody knows. I have in my family, my daughter's, losing the voice, I got a radio show at 6 o'clock today, too.
With who?
With Boston Herald. But
How
anyways,
do you do this?
But where I'm going with this here is,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm called Islamophobia or all this other stuff here. I served Islamophobia. I served in the military with Muslims, but they were about the Constitution. They didn't stop 5 days or 5 times a day to pray because we had a mission. They were right side by side. They took the oath on the Constitution.
No, none of them.
To swear.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No.
I have worked with a lot of Muslims, which I didn't know, and they never did that.
Yes.
They never did that.
Now, my baby, my daughter, as a little girl, her husband, or future husband, is a great guy. he's half Italian, half Iranian. The father is full Iranian, goes back and forth to visit his mother. In fact, God bless her, mother's sick. Great, great family. You know what I mean? We sit, we break bread, we shoot the breeze, we talk shit. But the thing is, he recognizes the American culture. You know what I mean? And he's not pushing Sharia law like some do, and they make it look bad for other Muslims. I got, many Muslims I served with.
But my question to you is, if you're in his country and he sees a Christmas tree, wouldn't he find that offensive?
If I was there visiting, yes. But if I'm there to die for freedom for that country, then he'll get over it. You're not taking away my culture. I'm forced to be there to protect you. I'm not giving up one inch of my rights.
I can understand both sides, but having said that, he probably wouldn't have said anything unless you told him to get the hell out of here.
Right, no.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, I stopped him more because I knew I had classified stuff on there, on what's on the airfield in different areas and what we have under tents and other stuff, that I didn't want him seeing, the diagrams and other stuff there. Even though he was the CEO of the base, he still had no business to know what we had in certain areas. You know what I mean? That was classified to us, So, and we had our ammo sites and we had our bomb sites and we had our fuel sites on the airfield in different areas.
And you didn't want anybody really to know.
No, we didn't want them to know because if any aircraft did get out of Iraq and that information got out, aircraft coming in, depending on where, you stagger certain things there. So an airplane coming straight in, dropping bombs, won't take out everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes a big difference.
We learned that from Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, definitely. So, you live and learn. But I mean, I have nothing against the Muslims. I have against the radicalized terrorists. You know what I mean? That are coming in.
I think
they want to kill.
I think we both do. And in fact,
they want to kill Americans, whether we like it or not.
I think the scary thing is they call them the lone wolves.
Mm-hmm.
These people are mentally ill.
Yep. Yeah.
I haven't seen one sane one
No.
do something.
Tassar, I can't remember their names, the Tassar brothers or whatever that did
Boston.
bomber.
Yeah.
Now, I have to give thanks to that Muslim, that mosque in Cambridge, Mass, where I grew up. They threw them out of there because they seen they were radicalized. But nobody turned them in. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That they were, had ideas and they were getting radicalized and talking about debt to American. They threw them out of the mosque. And the reason I know this here, because half the police force that are there are the senior members. My grandfather put them there. The city manager of Cambridge, Mass, my grandfather put him in that position. So I know all these people, and my grandfather was the mayor. So I know I go back and forth in family functions and things, and I talk to the commissioners, and I talk, because I'm at a lot of dinners with these people. 2 weeks ago, I was at the Italian Police Association dinner in Andover, Mass, at the country club there. I was a special guest, which was nice. I mean, I had a great time. And then I met an old friend, Mike Giacopo, Italian guy. He runs the Middlesex County Sheriff, Association for the Union. And he said, Al, I'm going to take care of your veterans in New Hampshire. How many turkeys you need? I said, wow, I don't know. I said, I got homeless veterans shelter in Nashua. We got another one in Manchester, Liberty House there. He said, what, 25, 30? I said, yeah, probably, maybe a little more. So I went in there, another guy who is a deputy sheriff there also, he lives in New Hampshire. He brought about 15 turkeys to the Liberty House. I brought 13 turkeys to Nashua, you know what I mean, for Thanksgiving there. And that was because of these people there that are fellow Italians, but are cops, unions, that wanted to help the veterans here in New Hampshire. And I was honored, to be part of that. And I delivered to Nashua, and the other guy who's a deputy sheriff delivered to the Liberty House.
Well, I think you're a crazy person because of, and I will not mention his name, who you voted for.
Donald Trump.
Said that,
I'm proud of him.
Okay. Don't get me going to this. He's
your president.
Let's try to keep
He's
this.
your president.
No, not yet.
Yes.
Let's just try to keep this down, all right? Mm-hmm. What I've always said is, I said, look, you've always been for the veterans. You are a little, okay, and you...
I am a little what?
You
Speak up. Don't be scared. I'm not going to hit you.
To the proper star.
I won't hit you with my new friend, the bald eagle. Somebody did an awesome job on it, by the way. It looks like it's signed by Bogus 87. This was designed. Look at this here, the artwork that they did on this eagle. What a great job.
Is that nice?
So maybe this was to be part of our show here to keep this progressive on Americanism.
The progressive.
Okay.
But I've always said, and I've stuck up for you. I said, well, hey, look, so this is who he's voting for, and this is how he feels, and this is how, he acts and reacts. I said, but I don't think there has been another that I've heard, another person talking so much about, even nationally, about veterans' rights than you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been a loud voice there because I have my benefits. I'm sick. I have a lot of medical issues.
What?
Okay? What do you mean, what?
What?
I had a heart attack, I had a stent put in, I got my gallbladder taken out, I had the first stage of cancer, I got mesh holding muscles on my side, I have arthritis in my hands, I got arthritis in my pelvis, I broke my fibula, my tibia, my heel, my ankle swells, you know what I mean? But I keep on kicking. I have Desert Storm Syndrome, I have digestive issues that I go through 3-4 times a week. I take 7-8 medications a day. A lot of people don't know that. I look healthy. I use the VA, even though I have full coverage insurance. I use the VA because how can I be an activist if I don't use the system? You know what I'm saying? So I use it, even though I got full coverage insurance. But I get to meet and talk with all the veterans there that don't have nothing, that have been sick for many years there with medical issues, malaria or other stuff, diseases. They got it from other countries there. Frozen chosen, frozen feet, toes chopped off, leg gone because of the infections throughout the years. Or like today's military, coming home with no arm, no legs. And with the medical we have now on the battlefield, the professionals we have in the Army and in the Marine Corps, the Navy corpsmen, they're saving lives. We could never do that before.
That's right.
And that's why we have so many coming back home, thank God.
Yeah.
To be with their families, whether you lose an arm, a leg, or you have, a lot of medical issues like I have, you're still above ground. So my way of giving back when I go is as if Baldessaro fought for veterans that didn't have what he was fortunate to have.
Well, we have our arguments about your president, supposedly. Having said that, I'll just mention one more time. I've
Obama
always
was
said
my president.
You have hooked onto it. You mentioned something.
Obama was my president. I never said he wasn't.
Okay.
I was even in the White House with him. Were you? Were you?
How does this guy do this? He's a Trump supporter, nuts, okay? And I mean that nicely, He's nuts. He's on national. I'm watching a show, and there you are. I turn the station, and there is Bill O'Brien. I go back to another channel, and there you are. I go back to the third channel, and there you are. And I'm going, what do they do? They tape this all before, and then they throw. I mean, you were on 3 national channels, and
I've been on many
like
TV
15
stations.
minutes. How do you do this?
I told you I had a face for TV. You have a face
Yeah, I
for
know.
radio.
Well, no, you're gonna. Yeah. All right, you mentioned something, and let's try to stay away from politics too much. This last week was a little too much for me. But you said something to me, and I think it's something we should talk about. I said because misinformation is one thing. Having said that, our Congress is starting a study and/or an investigation about Russian influence in our elections.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, they sure are. And the reason, there's a video out there where Putin was speaking a few years ago. In 2011 or 12, Hillary Clinton got involved in Putin's election. They dumped some money in there for the his opposition to try to knock him out, and she failed. He's there talking on this video about payback. He would never ever forgive her for what she did. And so I honestly believe they might have had something to do trying to get involved in our elections. Now,
wait a minute. Payback is not going into our federal government and getting information. In fact, there may become a time when that will be considered an act of war.
Oh, I agree. It should be. But see, the thing is, they didn't get into our government. What they get into was the Democrats' computers and Hillary's stuff.
Well,
Okay, that's not the federal government. That's not.
They
Now, do I think it's right? No, I don't think it's right. But I'll tell you one thing. We learned a lot on how vicious, how prejudiced the leadership was in the Democrat Party by those WikiLeaks.
You know,
Towards Catholics,
well,
towards Mexicans,
yes, but you want to know
towards the former governor,
yeah.
the former governor of Mexico.
Yeah,
What was his name there? He ran for president there.
Fox.
Nice guy. No, not Fox. Of not Mexico, New Mexico. The former governor, nice Spanish guy, a hell of a guy. Met him a couple of times. Heavy set guy.
Yeah, but
he ran for president.
It's a political year. This is politics. People say a lot of stupid things.
Right.
They look at the stupid things that were said, and now people are marching up to Trump Tower to get a job.
I know.
And they called him an idiot.
Right.
I mean, so a lot of stupid things.
But
take
the
place.
thing is, what I was just bringing up to you, the stupid stuff is, the progressives are used the Saul Alinsky rules. Do a Google search on Saul Alinsky rules the Democrats use, and there's 12 rules that are out there. And it talks about how you keep the Republicans on defense by calling them, when you're in debate, you call them a name. You attack them. Don't believe me. Read what I'm telling you there for your own self. It's out there. So for the last 3 elections, every Republican has been called racist. The last 3 elections. McCain, Romney.
I don't
No, 4.
ever
The last 4.
remember.
Wait,
I
the
don't
last
ever
3?
remember McCain being called a racist.
Yes, he was. Okay, I want you to do a check on your phone.
No,
there.
I don't.
Now,
I don't think so. Yeah.
Obama called Hillary a racist. Michelle Obama attacked her and said, if you can't take care of your home, how can you take care of the White House? You remember that?
Yes. But let us remember, because sometimes
politics.
people forget, that if we know anything more about politics, everybody's got an opinion. If we know anything more about politics than anyone else as elected officials, we know the underbelly of it, how it works. In other words, we watch how the sausage, as they say, is made. And if you ever saw it, you probably wouldn't eat
Right.
it. And if you ever saw what they do to cows to get rid of the cows so they can get, you would never eat.
Well,
Anyway. Okay.
Well, I can tell you, I mean, even when they called me a racist when I was traveling around the country, I laughed at them. And I'm
Why do
thinking,
they call you a racist?
because that's their way, because they can't debate.
No, but what would you
The
say?
white supremacists, they call us.
Oh,
and it's all BS.
Yeah, well, that's not
My
BS.
sister-in-law.
That's not BS.
My sister, yeah, it is B. You believe that what they said?
Yeah.
Tell me how we are. Tell me how we're white supremacists. How it's that?
No, I didn't say you were.
No, but you believe. You just said you
No,
believe what they
no.
said.
The white supremacy group and organizations believe Donald Trump is their savior.
Then why did they give the
It's their
KKK
savior.
in those Hitler groups? Why did they support whatchamacallit, Hillary? Why did they give her over $20,000?
Oh, come on now.
You don't believe that?
Come on.
Okay, look what I'm going to do.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
going to type in
Oh,
here.
God.
Did the KKK give Hillary Clinton $20,000 for her campaign? I don't know why I'm not getting in there. For some reason, it froze it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shouldn't move that.
But you know what I'm saying?
Hold on a second. Excuse me. Hold
Yeah,
on.
ask that.
Hey, Siri. Siri?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll get
All right.
Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Has the Ku Klux Klan ever given any money to Hillary Clinton?
Checking my sources. I found something on the web about has the Ku Klux Klan ever given any money to Hillary Clinton? Check it out.
Hillary Clinton will be given daily press.
Washington Times, right here.
Clinton sued for election fraud. Hahn News in Tampa. Clinton calls Trump unfit for presidency. That doesn't mean anything. Go
Okay,
ahead.
here we go.
All right.
This is the Washington Times. KKK has given $20,000 to Hillary Clinton's campaign, the Klan leader. Here's another one here.
Oh, come
Vocal
on.
TV.
You know,
Ku Klux Klan
okay,
claims
hold-
20K.
hold
Now,
on.
there are a lot of false articles in there, but this was, there's fake news. That's what's been going on. Because I didn't like when they talked about Hillary Clinton, about there was some shooting and she was at some pervert party, which was all BS. She was never there. It was false news. I wouldn't bring that up because I knew it was false after doing research on that stuff. But when you do research and you go to the newspapers, reliable newspapers there, and you look at what they're posting out there, and you look at the liberal newspapers, all the same. All talk about the 20,000 she got
Hold on.
from KKK.
Hey, Siri, how old is the Washington Times newspaper?
Checking on that.
Like you?
The answer is 64.9818788613 billion years, 286 days.
What?
They're old. They've been there for years.
Billion years and 286 days?
Okay, now I brought
Hey,
you to a
Siri,
liberal.
you've been drinking?
I brought you
You
to
know
a
what?
liberal paper. Now I'll bring you to Fox News. Okay?
Oh, God. Oh,
No.
please.
Okay?
Okay.
Fox News.
Hey, Siri,
Ku
what's
Klux
the front
Klan
page
Day.
of the
Okay,
nation?
same thing.
Okay, sorry. Hold on. Go ahead.
But what I'm trying to tell you is this is what's going on.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Hey, Siri. Front page of the Washington Times. What are the headlines? Yeah, this thing is good.
Here's some news for Washington. Take a look.
Washington's Times never existed, and
Yeah, right. Okay.
it went off. It's
Went off
probably
what?
in here. No, it just Siri went off. Siri went out drinking.
I'm on Google. That's where I go. I go on Google.
I mean, that doesn't
and
mean
then
anything. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
No, look, hold on a second.
Then
Wait.
Truth Feed. Here's another one.
Oh,
here.
wait, whoa, stop a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let's get something really straight. Now, I'll say both Republicans and Democrats. There is something called fake news.
Yes,
Hold on.
I told you that a
Let
while
me,
ago.
Let me finish. There are two groups. We'll call them two mainstream. All right, mainstream newspaper journalists, reporters. All right, we'll say two newspapers. There are two newspapers with fake news. Guess which two they read the most?
I don't know what.
The fake news.
I don't. But see, the difference between me and other people, I researched the stuff there. Now, you got Snoop.com, which I thought was a reliable source, but then after you do some research, and I think you go into WikiLeaks, they've been taken to court and challenged on their false information they've been putting out. And I'm sure you heard that, right?
Yes.
So now I stopped using Snoop.
Okay,
.com.
67% of Donald Trump's voters believe the unemployment rate has gone up.
I believe that. You want to know why I believe that? My wife and I eat out a lot at restaurants.
You ladies and gentlemen,
Ask some of the kids.
ladies and gentlemen, 67% believe that excuse me.
I believe that.
When he came in, there were like 5 or 6 million jobs gone. Unemployment rate in New Hampshire is what, 3 something?
Okay.
It's not going up.
I live in a well-to-do district in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Oh God, please
Okay.
don't tell me you believe
Now,
that.
A lot of the people in my district, a portion of them, stopped looking for jobs. We had quite a few foreclosures on jobs lost. They just stopped looking and end up losing their houses there in Londonderry. Now, I look at this stuff because some of the people I helped get them a modification to keep their homes, okay, and worked on this here and helped other people around the country. That's why I'm very familiar. The numbers are not the true numbers.
Well, hold on.
Donald Trump just said that today on his speech.
Well, Donald Trump. Oh, please, let's not get into that. We got into that last week. Let's not get into it. Look, if 67% of the people believe unemployment has gone up, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Since Obama has taken office, that's really wrong because when he took office, I think that very month, 287,000 people lost their jobs. So that's nuts, in my opinion. 50% of Trump voters believe the votes from California should not be counted.
No, they should be counting California. But the thing is, the reason why we have electoral, okay, with those votes from California, because New Hampshire would never have a say. Rhode Island would never have a
I
say.
absolutely agree with you.
Okay? So the electoral vote is there. Now, in California, you got what, millions more than any other state. So naturally, if she won
Well,
California, she got the vote there.
Yeah, but
Wake up!
but in the history of our political, constitution, no candidate has got 2.5 million more votes and lost the election. Now, having said that, I understand what you're saying about the electoral votes. If that's what it was, vote for vote, everybody would be in California.
Okay. Now,
Right.
lessons taught here today. I typed in, is the unemployment numbers correct? Wow, what comes up? The big lie, 5.6% unemployment, Gallup. Okay, wait, that was last year, the numbers. Okay, that was last year. Is the unemployment rate really just a big lie? Fortune.com, which is, what's his name there, ran for president in his company. Right now, we're hearing much celebrating from the media. The official unemployment rate, which cruelly overlooks the suffering, and then if I open up the article of many people that aren't working, that gave up looking. This is the Fortune
I know.
500 right here.
Yeah, what
Okay.
is it? Who is it?
This is Fortune. That's out of what's his name there on
Forbes.
on Forbes. Yeah.
No, that's not Forbes.
He owns this here.
I don't believe
owns this.
I don't believe he owns it. I could be wrong.
I know you never believe anything I say, anyways.
Well, I've interviewed the guy
but-
3 times. I know the guy. I don't
look and
think he
see-
owns Fortune,
Okay.
but he owns Forbes
Mm-hmm.
and magazine and.
But don't believe anything you hear here in this room on your TV.
Jeez.
Google
Please,
search.
Don't believe anything you hear here.
Research yourself, okay, on this stuff. I am a news junkie. I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV shows. I'm a news junkie. I was brought into this business as a young kid. So I research, I read, you know what I mean? I look at the papers, what's out around the country. I track veterans issues, what's going on at the VAs around the country. Okay, so
But you're one of the 67% believe that under Obama, the unemployment rate has gone up.
I see that just in my own district, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
I see that.
when it was 8 or 9, and now
It was
here
really
in New Hampshire
15.
it's about 3.
No.
Unemployment rate's gone up?
Even under Bush, the numbers they're using under Bush, under Obama, both of them were wrong. Because what they're doing with the Labor Department, I'm a former headhunter, you do know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know that I worked hand in hand with the Labor Department on jobs, HB1Bs, on identifying salaries and what we should be paying certain people with the Labor Department. So I'm very familiar with the job postings and all that other stuff there. What goes on with the Labor Department, once you fall out of the system, you start getting your unemployment when you run out of time, you drop off.
Al,
off the system.
Al, I think you're going to win some arguments. This is not one that you're going to win.
Okay.
You can say in your district, look, since Obama has gone in, the unemployment rate has gone down, but 67% of the people believe it's gone up. It hasn't gone up.
Do you go out and talk to people in your district?
If you
You're not
sit
answering
down,
me.
if
You're not
excuse me,
answering
if
me.
you sit down, as you said, and do some research work, you don't have to go too far to realize that Obama has brought
Right.
the unemployment rate down.
Now, why do you think in my district I come out pretty good there? And I got the whole town of Londonderry, not just a small district of 3,300 or whatever you have in yours. The whole town votes for me. So I'm at functions all over the town, my town. I try to eat at a lot of restaurants in my town. So that's how I hear what's going on. Okay, that's why I'm one of the well-known reps in my district. Now, you would not believe the college graduates that are working in restaurants, that are working in the stores. You wouldn't believe it. Not just during the summer when they come home, the kids. I'm talking graduates.
I think what you're doing, okay, the fact is 67% of the Trump voters believe that under Obama, the unemployment rate has gone up. Under Obama, he's brought it down about 4%. So, if that's wait, okay, let's move on.
Bush,
Sandy Hook. Are you ready for this one? There is a percentage, 25% believe that Sandy Hook did not happen.
Oh, I
That
believe
the
it
kids
happened.
were actors.
Yeah, that's a bunch of BS.
That the parents were
I believe it happened.
actors.
I believe it happened.
So does this scare you that
No.
25% of the people voted for Trump?
No, because you got a bunch that think 9/11 was an inside job. I don't believe those BS there. You know, so
Well, I think that several things have to happen when.
What are the numbers for how many Hillary Clinton voters believe that Sandy Hook didn't happen? Do you know that answer?
No.
Quite a
You
few.
have the answer? That's God, by the way.
I will research it and cut back in.
All right, you
all
can.
right, good. See, we have somebody
You know,
we have like our own truth finder up here in the sky, and every time Ken says something off the record, he comes back at him. And
That's right. You
he's done it.
see,
Now-
ladies and gentlemen, they need a computer in the back room with another Republican, and I sit out here all alone, and I still beat the hell out of them.
Now, I'm looking at a thing here on Google, right, which Google put out here. And Google did it, compare the real unemployment rate here. And I'm sure if I go and open it up, I'm not going to. But let's say 2007, 4.6. It was actually 8.4. 2008, 5.0.
Where the hell do you
9.2.
get those numbers?
This is the Google.
Don't say Google.
I just showed you.
Hold on
Look
a
at-
second.
I
They
just-
have put fake news everywhere. So,
Okay,
okay, ladies
all right.
and gentlemen,
Go to all these other
Obama
ones.
comes in. It's like 9%. He brings it down to what, 4 point
Okay.
or 5%, and now it's up to
All right.
8.
All right, go to a liberal
Everybody
site.
knows it's not up to
Yeah,
8.
let's open up the liberal site here.
Oh,
Chuck.
jeez,
What's the
you
real?
know.
This is CNBC.
Will you get off it? Move
This is,
on.
no, because I want you to know.
67% of the kooks believe that
Okay,
the unemployment's
is-
gone up.
Is NBC, which is a very liberal, they're still crying that Hillary lost.
God.
Okay, they're still crying. NBC, they even put it out on the unemployment numbers. I just lost my service.
You know something?
Did you cut me off?
That drives me nuts. Anyway, look,
The facts
we
drive Democrats nuts all
you
the time.
have to understand, Al. This is very important for you to understand. For about 2 years, all you have done has been criticize Obama administration.
I have.
Every single thing
Although he
that
did
they
do-
did.
he did do a good
they
job on all-
constantly. Now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Now it's reversed. And when I say to you something like when Trump goes and says 1,100 jobs I saved, and the next day a gentleman from the union, I guess it's 1999
Right.
union. That's
Yeah.
the place. He said, "No, wait a minute.
said
Let's get
800.
it straight. It's only like 750 jobs."
Yeah.
And he says, "I really appreciate that Trump did that, but 400 people woke up in the morning and they didn't have a job because he put out the wrong numbers." So what did Trump do? He turns around
do
and
it.
he attacks the guy.
No, he didn't attack the guy.
What do you mean attacked him?
Because the president,
He said he was no
the
good.
CEO of the company came out, and if I'm not mistaken, it was 1,000 something jobs. The CEO of that company, Carrier, okay, and then the union came out and said no, it was less than that, 750, 800. So who do you believe, the CEO or the union?
The CEO didn't say that. Trump said, look, it was contradicting. He was contradicting, and he said, look, he put out the wrong numbers. It's okay. Just make sure you get the numbers straight, because there are a lot of people who thought they woke up in the morning and still had a job to find out they didn't, because they got the wrong numbers from the president. Now, the question is, I am criticizing him for that. Can you take it? Can you take the criticism?
Yeah, I can take your criticism because I know it's not true, and I know what you're criticizing
All right,
is on false pretenses.
I'll tell you what. That's true, and they can look it up. Look, you can't take the Republicans have to understand. You won. Stop
Okay.
being bad winners.
Okay,
Stop
now-
pushing people around. And guess what? You're going to have to take some criticism. 8 years.
Okay.
as a Democrat, I took criticism.
Okay, yes.
He can't take criticism.
But see, the thing is, I can take criticism, but please don't give false criticism. And let me tell you why. This is CNN right here that when they talked about it on it. That's where I got this information from, because I do watch the progressive shows. Carrier says it has struck a deal with Trump to keep nearly 1,000 jobs in Indiana. President-elect Donald Trump and Carrier have reached a deal that will keep nearly 1,000 factory jobs in Indiana, the company said on Tuesday. Carrier poses an earlier critical test for Trump. It's in here. Now they said nearly 1,000, jobs. The union president said 750 to 800. Who do you believe, the union president or CNN with Carrier, with the CEO?
The interesting thing
this is why I'm saying your criticism
interesting thing
is always
was they turned around and they did the numbers, and Trump was wrong.
But that's your opinion.
No, that's not an opinion. That's
yours.
Fact.
Do what I just did and show me where I'm wrong. No.
Being criticized.
Do how I just proved you wrong. Show me. Trust but verify. I believe in Ronald
All
Reagan.
I know is that this guy came on and said he made a big mistake.
So you
what
believe
does Trump
the union?
Get on there to attack one person.
Because,
What's that all
because
about?
Trump told him maybe if he worked and fought for that company instead of taking more and more dues out of their pockets, then they probably would
there we go.
He wouldn't have to
You
fight
know
for
something?
them.
That's how you guys win arguments. Is you do these ridiculous things.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, you
See,
do.
well, why are you always right and I'm always wrong?
Just remember,
why are you
ladies
always,
and
your
gentlemen,
corrective criticism
it's the
is always right.
Republicans who had beaten us up for 8 years, criticized
Well
us,
deserved.
accused us. Now it's their turn. See if they can take it.
Well deserved.
What's well deserved?
When we beat you guys up because you always
There
come
we
up
go. Well deserved.
because you always come up with BS.
Oh, God.
You don't come up with the facts.
Yeah, we don't
I
have the
sit
facts.
here.
Let's see. The facts of this. Instead of getting people in there who really know their jobs, he's got what, 4 or 5 billionaires and multimillionaires, and they need to run sort of
what's
like
wrong with
part
that?
of the government, which they don't know how to run, but they're so smart that they bring them in to run parts of the government that they've never run before.
You're
How did they get to be billionaires if they were dumb?
We're talking about government. We're not talking about
Okay.
making money. There's
When
a
you
hell of a
became
lot
a
of
state
difference.
representative,
It's
how did-
screwing the government.
Okay.
Most of them made the
You
money.
didn't know much about government either when you became a state representative.
Yeah, well,
Were you
I'll tell
successful?
you what. I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
here we go. Give me
And
the
I've,
BS.
No, I've said no.
Give me the BS. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've said,
I'm waiting.
I just said this to you before. Everybody has an opinion. The only thing that you and I know is the underbelly, how the sausage is made. And guess what? This is where when we talk back and forth,
Right.
and that people have an opinion about us. Well, guess what? We have a little bit more knowledge about how it works.
Oh, without a doubt. And we definitely know how it works.
And I'm in commerce, ladies and gentlemen, which is banking and insurance, and I could tell you some things.
Now, and he's in commerce there, but his Democrat leadership had no confidence in commerce to run Medicaid expansion through there. They sent it to finance. They bypassed the insurance gurus. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well, it had something to do with finance.
No. The insurance.
No.
I'm
It
putting
had.
the
I
insurance
know,
together.
but if you're putting money together, going to finance is not stupid. But having
How about policy for insurance?
Wait a minute.
Did you put policy together?
Having said that, well, what's the difference? No matter what we did, it was going to go to finance.
Fine, yeah, but on numbers. But policy. Are you the policy committee?
No.
You're not?
No, we're not a policy committee.
Commerce is not
No,
policy?
we're not policy.
You telling me finance makes rules and regulations for commerce? For insurance?
What the hell has this got to do about money?
Because you're the other one saying...
We don't do the money aspect of it. Finance does the money
But
aspect
you
of it.
didn't even do the insurance aspect of it. It never went to you. It bypassed you. So there was no commerce policy writing up the insurance rules and regulations.
No, we
It went to finance, the
don't
money
write up
guys.
the rules and we don't write rules.
No, but you put it in law policy for certain insurance companies. You don't do that, your committee? Do I need to break out the rules and
No,
show
you don't have to
what
do
your company,
that. No,
what your
no,
committee
no.
does?
You're talking about apples and oranges. You mentioned the Medicare expansion
Right.
plan, and now you're saying the whole thing, we do nothing. Well,
It
the
had-
fact is we do a
it
lot,
had
but on this
nothing
one,
to do with commerce.
but well, wait a minute. If you were the majority last time,
No, wait.
yeah, you were
Okay,
the majority.
Yeah, we were the majority last time.
You were the majority
Right.
last
Yes,
time, okay?
right, okay. We were.
And you had the speaker, who's a Republican,
Mm-hmm.
and then why did you let it go through if you don't
No,
like it?
The speaker there,
You had a speaker.
the speaker, yeah, you guys put him in there. But I mean, now he's seen the light and realizes that.
Oh, we seen the
But you
light.
know something? What he told our caucus, and I never knew this, and I got to give the guy some respect, the speaker. And him and I didn't get along. Didn't get along.
No,
We didn't get along.
No, wait, hold on.
But I'm gonna tell you-
that's not an exaggeration. We're talking about I hate your guts as they're walking by each other.
But he worked with me on the gun bill that I put in and added you to it.
Well, what do you mean? I worked on it too.
Tell me what you did.
I went to the meetings. I talked to the people. Well, look,
I'm only messing with him. He
you,
didn't
you,
help.
you know,
You see him get all nervous?
you know what's interesting? We couldn't talk about it, but we can talk about it now.
Right, because now they got guns.
There was no locks on any doors. In other words, you could get in to the State House any way you wanted
Right.
to. Now they're set up whereby if you don't have a card, and we're going to get cards where you go up and we can go in anywhere we want to. But people must go to the front and come in the front.
Right.
Now,
Except legislators.
oh no, we got cards.
I got a card. Did you get a card?
Yeah, not yet.
I got
Did you
my
get one?
card, yeah.
How'd you get it?
I have connections.
He's got connections.
I did tell you I will be the vice chair of the State and Federal Relations and Veterans Affairs Committee.
And how'd you get that?
The speaker, he wanted that we shook hands. We signed the peace treaty. Since he won the caucus fair and square, all the Republicans are coming together to work with him. You seen the vote on what happened?
No, what was the vote?
Well, it was 214 or something like that, and 14 people weren't there. And most of them were Republicans because they were out working.
Yeah.
They couldn't make it.
Democrats. Oh, yeah.
They couldn't make it because of their jobs. They couldn't
Yeah.
be there. And then one Republican was sick, who was normally there. Fred Dew said, I felt bad, because he bought a table at the victory dinner I was at for the Republicans there on Wednesday night. And he was sick as a dog.
Okay, let us finish the story because I think it's very necessary. Anybody could have walked into the State House and there are like 6 doors, 5 doors. Okay, you could
Yeah.
just walk in. Across the street, you could walk in, say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways. Just walk in.
That's the new card.
Okay.
Well, that's the card to get in.
All right. Just walk in. So, and also the security people there when you walked in, okay, the 6 doors, were not carrying weapons. In other words, if somebody came into our State House was the least protected State House in the United States. We had people come in and say, how come you don't have metal detectors? How come these people are walking in these? How come all this stuff is left there, these packages and the kids' knapsacks and stuff like that? They don't do that anywhere else.
Right.
They didn't even come. And in fact, you and I on the air couldn't talk about it until it took place. Remember that?
Yeah, because I met with the speaker in his office. He called me quite a few times on there on the stuff we were working out.
And you came back
Then
and
I-
you said, don't talk
Right,
about it.
Right. So the thing is, we did work behind the scenes on this here, and then Randy got sick. They would have had him a lot earlier.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah,
chair,
yeah,
if the
yeah,
chief
yeah.
of the
Yeah, he was,
got sick. They're a
it's
great
too bad,
guy
yeah.
there, and he was forced to retire.
Yeah.
Because of the sick.
But I think what
But it's done now. It's over.
no, I think
It's over.
the point is people had no idea that we were the least in the United States watched State House. Do you know there was only one full-time state trooper for 3 buildings?
Actually, 2. There's 2.
Well,
one was
one's
a
sitting
part-time.
and watching,
Yeah, one was
or
a
one is
part-time.
part-time.
Yeah, and
okay.
the other one was a full-time.
All right, so that's
Right.
that's 3.
Yeah.
All right, but they have cameras, etc.
Yeah.
All right, but when they call, guess who comes?
Yeah, the state police.
The city police first.
Well, yeah, but the state police do.
All right.
You know, that are in the building.
Yep. So anyway.
But see, the thing is, but keep in mind now, the State House in New Hampshire is probably the most protected state, even without them having guns. The most protected state house in the country. You just don't know that. Women and men all have the right to carry. And we have the right to protect ourselves.
You have the.
I co-sponsored legislation that passed and signed into law that we have the right to protect ourselves wherever we have the right to be. So that house is very well protected.
Except
even the security people even know when the legislators are there, they're protected. The reason why I push for them to have
yeah,
guns,
I know, but that's my opinion. This is my opinion.
Remember now, Democrat. Okay.
If you're carrying a gun and going into the State House, you should tell them Al Baldessaro has a weapon.
It's nobody's
Why?
business. Why?
Because if there's some crazy person up there firing in the state, and you're up there shooting at them, and the state police run up the thing, and you're holding a gun.
None of their business. I am a law-abiding citizen. That's the people's house. It's nobody's business that I carry,
I didn't say that.
whether I do or not.
I didn't say that.
Should not have to check in or check out with anybody.
Well,
nope. I disagree
you know,
with you.
Al,
You know
hold
something?
on a second. I think, I understand what you said, but this is something that's been brought up to me. They want to know who's got the guns.
Of course the liberals want to know who got the guns.
No.
That's why I got a sign on my property with an arrow there. No, I'm only kidding.
Ladies
that
and
points
gentlemen,
to the Democrats'
if
house.
there's a shooting at the State House, in pours people. Now, they don't know it's not Al Baldessaro shooting, but it's Al Baldessaro shooting at the individual who's shooting. So they run up the stairs and there's Al with a gun. What are they going to do?
What do you have, nightmares? You liberals want to fix something that's not broken. You assume.
It hasn't happened yet.
Why is it only the Democrats that always worry?
I never said you shouldn't
come?
carry guns. You can
I
carry
know,
a gun. I have
but
no
why
objective.
is it the Democrats?
I just want to know who it is.
Why do you have to know? Why?
Because
Why?
if you've got a gun, I'm going to be around you.
No, but
if there's
Yeah, but
trouble,
it's
I
none of
want
your-
to know where you
It's
are.
none of your business whether I carry or not.
Well, you're right. That's no, it is, but no, it's not. You're correct, but I would think you would want the law enforcement who could run in with a SWAT team, and you're defending the State House.
Do you know
you're
not-
going to get shot.
Do you know not all the security is armed? Not all security is armed. You didn't know that, did you? And I
What?
will leave it at that. Okay? See, you have no clue what went on.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only the ones that have back.
Oh yes, yes,
Yes.
and they're all getting it too. And they're
Not all.
yes.
No,
they
no,
are.
not the certified. Not all of them are getting certified. Only the ones that have police background. That's why they've
That's
been
not
hiring.
true. That's not true. The
That's-
ones who have police backgrounds are getting certified. The other people got to go out and be certified.
Okay. All right. I've been in the meetings. You weren't there. But I'll let you go with what you just said. Okay. Whatever you say.
All right, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right.
I can't.
We got about 5 minutes left.
You know,
here.
I cannot
Did
believe.
you sponsor any bills?
Excuse me. I cannot believe that we've made it through a show.
And I haven't kicked the hell out of
No,
you.
when you said, "What do I do this for? What do I do this for in my heart?"
Because, my time is valuable. And I looked at, since I've been doing national TV and other stuff.
Oh,
and
here we go.
And I look at
He's
it,
doing national.
productive time. Am I wasting? Sometimes I look, do I waste my time here or not? Do I drive a half hour there just to fight for an hour? Or
Yeah,
do
but
I
I
do
but I
the
make you
show in my
stronger.
own district?
Hey, look, they call you
Wait.
because half of why you get the guts
You-
comes from me.
No,
I'm the
no.
one who teaches
You know something? I haven't changed.
I
one
teach
bit.
him all the time.
He teach.
See, he's got to go like this. I'm the guy who taught the boxer over here.
He taught all right. strong.
Okay.
Strong like bulls, smell like poop.
Yeah, all right, okay. Strong like both. All right.
Yeah.
What have you?
No,
put
no,
up
I
for
asked you a
bills?
question.
No, I actually.
No, I asked the question you first.
When does it? Is it? It hasn't stopped, has it? I mean.
Yeah, the deadline's already over. On Friday, December 2nd, deadline was over. You didn't put anything in?
No.
I put in 5 bills.
Well, I can get on any bill.
No, I didn't, because I put on Robert DeBert, some people with veterans
Oh,
background.
no, but I mean, there are people who want me on their bills, which is fine.
Did you know?
I know. Hold on a
want to
second.
talk to something very important
Okay,
that I think you
go
need
ahead.
to know. You probably got the same problem in your district. Do you know here in New Hampshire, our judges have been going against federal law in divorces with disabled veterans. The federal law stipulates here under that you cannot use disability money as a marital asset. Okay? The only money can be taken out of that is the extra money you get to support your children within that disability, to be able to give that to the family, to support your children. What's happened is judges, not all, now some good judges here, even when I got divorced, the judge went in accordance with the federal law, because New Hampshire has no law on this here, and they comply with the federal law if there's no law. But anyways, many judges have been taking away veterans' disability and giving it to his exes, whether it be a wife or a husband, as alimony money. Okay?
And that's
this,
federally.
and I didn't know this was going on until I
Did you
got a
know that it
call.
was federally?
Oh, yeah, I knew it was federal, because when I went to divorce, I broke out the law and gave it to the judge, because my ex was trying to get my disability money.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna talk more about that, because there's a whole bunch of family things that I think we should talk about.
I know.
And so
But
but I want to make
but I
something.
put a bill in to fix that.
Let me make something very clear to people, because when you said you put any bills,
To fix it.
it makes people think that, gee, Kenny's not doing anything. The fact
Wait, Kenny
is,
who? No.
I'm Kenny.
Oh, no, yeah, I know.
If
but
Kenny doesn't
no,
do
but I'm
anything.
not talking about Kenny. I'm talking about what I've
No,
done.
no. I bypassed that. We're going to
Yeah.
talk more about that, but I
I
want
know.
people to understand I'm going to work on a lot of bills.
Oh, yeah, you do.
But I choose my fight. I choose my arguments, and to be perfectly honest with you, I think the second year is far better to try to get a bill through than it is the first.
Well, I disagree.
Oh, we got to know a lot of nutty bills.
In 10 years, I bet you I probably got about 40,
Excuse me.
50 laws
Didn't you just
put
say?
in place.
Didn't you just say to me, because you're running the show?
Yeah, no, we both are.
Well,
And we're running
don't-
out of time,
don't
but
you
get
say-
it out of your mouth. Get it.
all right. My name is Ken Gidge.
No, no,
State-
go ahead. What were you going to say real quick?
Well, that's what I was going to
I
say.
want to hear.
All right,
wanted to
where are
say
you going to be? How can they get in touch with you?
No, we're not there yet. We still got plenty of time.
We have a minute and 39 seconds.
But I wanted to talk to you about 38 USC 53007, which is on the state laws on the veterans here and what I complied with for our courts. So now that I finished that.
Okay.
But anyways, how can
How
people
can
get
they-
in touch with you?
All right, okay. You can get me on Gidge World. That's Gidge World. And or telephone number 864-9332. That's 603, obviously. Or
Stop by his
888-2355. And one quick thing about this is the freest media in the world. You must protect this, which is access television. Okay.
One thing, and
got a minute. Go ahead. How are they gonna get in touch with you?
The way to get in touch with me, first of all, there you see the. I don't know if the camera can see this here. Okay, that's my wedding picture there.
Yeah, everybody's
I thought I'd
carrying
share.
rifles.
The Democrats hated it. But anyways, you can reach me, www.albaldasau.com. My phone number is 425-6997. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. I live at 41 Hall Road in Londonderry. Stop by. It's always an honor there hanging out with my good friend Ken.
Yeah,
Mr. Fiction.
Last week we were both pretty sure that was gonna be it, because we got mad at each other.
He peed me off there.
I was upset too.
It's about integrity.
All right, come on again.
Integrity. We got time.
We're here. He's half the show. I'm only half, so we got to work this out. Thank you very much. Please watch again.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.